You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I am going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello, brilliant soul. There is this feeling that you can sometimes get when you first discover manifesting, a feeling of hope, wonder, and awe. I remember so vividly my very first encounter with my reality in this way. I felt like a real life Matilda, having things in my external world conform to the electric pulses of my mind. It felt like my life was going to be all green lights and perfect parking spaces from here on out. Things were looking up. I felt like I uncovered a secret that was just for me a respite in the life experience that I had been living up until that point. The change of the tides, the oscillation of the wheel of fortune, all in my favor. I had this spark of wonderment and hopefulness suggesting to me that I no longer had to live in the suffering landscape of my own mind. And I was feeling excited, very excited. I was feeling on top of the world for the very first time in my whole recollection of life. The very same moment these buzzing feelings were saturating my existence was the moment that I fell madly and deeply in love with manifestation and reality creation. An obsession, as some would say. And so I can assure you when I say that I know what it's like to be smacked by manifestation burnout, to be so flung off your high horse that you're left wondering what the bleep happened. There is a quote I saw recently, and I apologize, but I don't recall who authored it, and Googling didn't provide any answers. And so the essence of the message lingers in my mind, and I know that I meant to share it with you here. When you chase something is when you're afraid to lose it. When you attract something is when you learn to cherish and appreciate it. The first part of this sentence is the crux of what I want to explore with you today. The second part yields the nugget of wisdom that can make all the difference in how you approach manifestation and your life. At its core, manifestation burnout occurs when the process of trying to create or attract something in your life becomes a source of stress, exhaustion, and emotional depletion rather than joy and inspiration. It's that feeling of being on a hamster wheel, constantly running, but not getting anywhere. You might find yourself obsessing over your desires, checking for signs, and feeling anxious about the timing and outcome. Instead of feeling empowered, you're feeling powerless. At the same time, if you've successfully manifested from a space of manifestation burnout, you will know the fear of loss that quickly accompanies it. What if I was only able to do this once? What if I was lucky and this actually wasn't a byproduct of my efforts? Manifestation burnout is a result of the process of having put so much centrifugal force on your desire, practicing every day robotic affirmations, visualization, scripting, you name it, pushing your desire uphill with a constant, dedicated obsession. I must make this happen. You put so much brute effort and force into the procurement and maintenance of your desire. You put so much thought and attention on creating your reality that it feels exhausting just thinking about the very next thing you're creating. a feeling of, okay, yay, I'm the creator of my reality, but I don't want to ever have to do this again, ever. Manifestation burnout is akin to the Titan Sisyphus pushing the boulder up the hill in perpetual motion, doomed to carry the weight of 2,000 pounds with every efforted step. Here's the thing. This active, forceful participation of your own life isn't the way. And creating the life of your dreams doesn't need to be so challenging. And it most definitely doesn't need to be so exhausting. Manifesting and reality creation is happening all day, every day, whether or not you are conscious of it. Similar to the way gravity operates without your conscious effort. With manifesting, it's the essence of who you are being that is always being reflected back to you by your external world. And so, where manifestation burnout is participating in an overly conscious, resistant, uphill climb, the opposite is equivalent to sailing downstream on a lazy river with ease and flow. So what is the cause of manifestation burnout? Why does it happen? The result of feeling burnt out by active conscious manifestation often stems from attaching yourself too tightly to the outcome. When you become fixated on the how and when, resistance is created. This resistance blocks the natural flow of energy and can leave you feeling stuck and depleted and exhausted. On top of this, if you think about what's happening in the scheme of the energetic makeup, to feel resistant, stuck, and exhausted in your internal world will often attract to you this mirror image in your reality. Instead of experiencing what it is you're wanting with ease, you are inviting more experiences that feel resistant, stuck, and exhausted. To want something so badly is a clear indication of not already having it. And so the perpetuation of not having it or of having it and then losing it becomes the result, becomes your reality. In your quest to manifest your desires, it's natural to want to control the process. We so often think that by holding on tightly, we can force things to happen according to our timeline and expectations. But in practice, this grip suffocates the very energy that is needed to flow freely, that is required to bring your desires to fruition. You can think of this like holding sand in your hand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. But when your hand is relaxed, somehow the sand is able to rest gently in your palm. There are a number of common indicators that can inform you if you're presently experiencing the grip of manifestation burnout, some of which include obsessively thinking about your desire to the point where your desire dominates your thoughts, the feeling of emotional exhaustion, feeling drained, irritable, or overwhelmed by the manifestation process, a lack of joy or ease in your experience wherein the practices that once felt exciting now feel like chores, feeling upset and angry that your manifestation hasn't yet appeared, as well as a feeling of disconnection from the present moment, where you're so focused on your future that you're letting your life pass you by. If you're resonating with these signs and symptoms of manifestation burnout, then chances are you're wanting to know the answer on how to shift away from this and into something else. And I hear you. I understand. The first step is acknowledgement. And so please know that the untangling of this phenomenon is going to be something we continue to cover here at Practical and Woo. In the meantime, I am inviting you to acknowledge where you are in the process and to admit to yourself, hey, yeah, I feel a little burnt out or a lot burnt out. This is okay. You are okay. You are not at risk of ruining anything, and you have time to untangle yourself It's all part of the process. Just know it doesn't have to be this way. The blissful, flowy, and easeful version of your reality is awaiting you. You are a master manifester. It's time to start knowing that fact as true. Until next time.